It is Thursday. I feel like it's April. Is it April 8th or is it April 9th? It's April 9th, Thursday. And today we are talking with Cody Burns from Finance. It's our guest today. And I guess, Cody, tell us what's going on. Actually, first, Cody, how are you doing?
I am good. It's hanging in there in these crazy times, for sure.
Yeah, how are you managing?
We're good. So, obviously we're doing the best we can here at Green Spring to, service the residents, make sure that they're comfortable during this quarantine period, making sure that they have what they need. My role during this is really tracking all of the costs that are associated with the extra expenditures, the different programs that we've put into place, the concierge program, the gatehouse program, and making sure that we understand all of those costs so that when we're done with this crazy time that we can comprehend the impact that it had on our community. I'm also running central supply for all of the key personal protective equipment items for our staff, making sure that we have ample levels of those items for our team here at Green Spring, especially those direct care staff that interact with residents on a day-to-day basis.
Do those come from, do we have a stockpile here? Are we working with Erickson as a larger company?
Yeah, so it's a big partnership. So we do have a stock here on campus. The departments have a little bit of stock. I have a central supply room that has kind of the remaining stock that Green Spring has, and then we coordinate with Erickson Living Management up in Catonsville when we start to get low, and work with how do we procure some of these extra items so that we keep our stock in place. So every day we're sending up reports to our partners up in Catonsville. Between Greg and myself in the office, we're sending up reports so that they understand what our levels of supply are, and they can help get us more supply when we start to run through our inventory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you heard any major concerns from residents or from staff about what's going on here?
Just the normal stuff. I mean, there is a little bit of fear, obviously, and there will be. But I think the precautions that we've put into place so far have really kind of helped ease the minds. One of the mission moments that we like to call them yesterday was just everyone going out on their balconies and making some noise while we walked around. And I know your team here helped video some of that, and we'll be coming out with that in the future. But I think we're all rallying around each other. We're all in this together. It's not just the residents here, but the staff as well. We're all in this together. I have a pregnant wife at home, and so she understands that I have to come in and provide these services to our residents. And it's our staff are going through the same things that the residents are outside of these walls when they do go home. They're not going out to the bars and going out to restaurants and being able to live their normal lives as well. So it is unprecedented times, but we're, as a community and as a state of Virginia and as a country, we're all in this together, and we just got to follow the protocols that have been put in place. And if we do, I truly believe that will shorten the amount of time that we have to stay in these protocols.
Sure, I agree fully. I mean, it's hard going day to day, and after your day, you still have, I've got kids at home and my wife, and she's at home with them all day and needs a break, and so it doesn't stop.
Yeah. No, every day my wife's asking me, when are you coming home? Do you have to go to work tomorrow? So it is trying times, not just for the residents, but for us staff here. But we're managing, and it's having conversations at home with our families so that they understand what we're doing when we do come into work. and easing their minds, letting them know about the precautions that we have here at work as well, so that they're, in particular, my wife at home, her mind is at ease knowing that I'm coming into a safe place that is taking all of the precautions that we possibly can to help keep me as an individual safe, as well as everyone else as safe as they can be.
I feel safer at Green Spring than anywhere else, honestly.
I do too.
No other place is cleaned the same. No other place has the same protocols screening anyone coming in.
Sure,
and so when I come to work, I feel absolutely safe.
Yeah, coming here versus going to the grocery store or something like that. If you told me which one I would rather go to if I had to go to one, Green Spring, because we've got the housekeeping staff making sure all the surfaces are wiped down. We've got the screening at the front gate, knowing that people who are coming in our gates are tested and screened, for temperature checks and stuff like that. And that our residents are practicing that social distancing and keeping themselves safe as well, knowing that this is a population that is at higher risk of contracting the disease. So.
Right. Well, the reason you're here is to talk about finance.
Yes.
So what's going on in your world of finance?
So like I said, I'm really focused on tracking these costs associated with the increased precautions. But, important news for the residents is we did receive the monthly statements yesterday, and Greg and I sorted them, and they will be going out at the very latest Monday, close of business, with the mail delivery that the concierge service is managing. So they're in the hands of the concierge team, and will be going out by Monday, and will be in their mail delivery on Monday. Or if you do have online billing, the statements are available online. A couple points of how to pay your bill this month, knowing that we're trying to practice social distancing and keeping residents in their apartments as much as possible. The payment slots at the front desk have been covered. We don't want folks walking down and putting payments in that front area just to try and maintain that social distancing. And keeping residents out of the common areas from congregating. And the finance office is physically closed, so we're not accepting people walking in to pay their bill. So what we're really asking is to pay your bill this month, please put the payment in that envelope, put a stamp on it, and put it in the outgoing mail for the outgoing mail pickups with the concierge team. Or this is a great time to sign up for online bill pay if you aren't already signed up, and you can pay your bill online and manage your account that way. And if you do need assistance with that, give our office a call. Our staff aren't necessarily in the office all the time, but we are checking voicemails. We are trying to return calls within 24 hours. So we will help you get set up with that if that's something that you are having trouble getting set up.
So it's definitely a good time to be online. I mean, everything for communication and connecting with anyone is online right now.
Yeah, and that's the fastest way to get communication, whether it's with online bill pay or My Erickson. When we print letters and stuff like that, they get on your on the residents' mail deliveries and stuff like that. That information's on My Erickson prior to that, more often than not. And so if you have My Erickson, this would be a great time to download it if you don't, because the information gets there a little bit faster than through a TV program such as this, or through the printed letters that go out.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to inform our residents about today?
I would just like to rally all of us together and make sure that we all are practicing that social distancing, staying in our apartments when we don't need to go outside, and just really being aware of what everyone is going through. Residents, staff, we're all in this together. We're all working together to try and get through this as safely and effectively and efficiently as possible. So if you don't see us around, it's probably a good thing because you're in your apartment. But please just follow the guidelines that we've put into place. And if they have questions, obviously, please reach out, give us a phone call. And I think that's the most important thing. Don't walk down to anyone's office at this point in time.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone, give us a call. If we do need to schedule an in-person appointment, we'll make the proper arrangements to do so.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on today. Stay healthy.
Thank you. Thank you.